Hey guys, what's up? This is Fula with another video. I just wanted to talk a little bit of boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Um, I just wanted to talk about Jermall Charlo's situation that he's in right now. The thing is this is just my opinion, and everybody got opinions, like everybody got assholes. But honestly, Jermall Charlo, he needs to just forget about fighting Canelo right now. And he needs to go for either the Daniel Jacobs, Sergey Deverenchenko, winner or loser. That would be a good fight to get. Or he needs to go for the Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andre loser. And the reason why I say this is because I really don't think that Canelo has any intention on fighting Jermall Charlo. I really don't think that he has any intention on doing it, okay? As a matter of fact, if Errol Spence were to move up and fight Canelo, they would be more willing to make that fight than a fight with Jermall Charlo. Although Jermall Charlo's the mandatory, I don't think they're going to really order that fight. Okay? And the reason why I don't think they're going to order that fight, is for the simple reason that the WBC, they love Canelo. You know, they really love Canelo. And so, because they love him so much, if he says something like, oh, well, you know, I need some time to recover. I just was in a very tough fight with Triple G, then they would go that route, I guarantee you. And they would probably not ask him to vacate that belt either. Now, another issue is with Charlo's situation. This is another issue he has. He has the fact that Oscar De La Hoya is not going to really want to make that fight. And the reason why Oscar De La Hoya does not want to make that fight is for the simple fact that, you know, the money side of things, it probably wouldn't be as lucrative. And the fact that Jermall Charlo, I mean, let's be real with ourselves. I mean, that guy's with the limited opposition that he's fought so far, he's shown that, you know, he's with the shit, basically. He's shown that. And so, while I'm saying that he wouldn't while I'm saying that Canelo has no chance at beating him, I'm saying that Canelo will have his hands full, way more full than he had with Triple G. You know, I'm just gonna leave it at that, you know. Another thing that Jermall Charlo has to come to realize, there's guys working for Oscar that will not encourage the fight either. You know, I'm sorry to say it, I'm just gonna keep it spade to spades. There's people who have no intention of seeing them fight. Bernard Hopkins is one of them. You know, Bernard Hopkins is actually one of them who has gone on record in saying that that Jermall Charlo has to earn his title shot. You know, he has to earn a Canelo fight. This, that, and the other. You know, he's actually said that. Despite the fact that Jermall Charlo is the Mando, okay, for Canelo's WBC. Roy Jones Jr. has even said Canelo would be stupid for taking that fight. You know, so you have even other former boxers who have been in the trenches, who have fought the best, actually encouraging the ducking of Canelo. What I expect to happen? I mean, this is really what I expect to happen at the end of the day. And I've said it before. You know, I've said it in I think I said it in a couple of videos ago. But what I expect to happen is that Canelo will fight David Lemieux next. After he fights David Lemieux, he's probably going to fight Triple G a third time, because they're already talking about it. They're already talking about doing it again. Oscar and Bernard have already been on record saying that they want to have a third fight. Okay. Then, then another thing that's gonna happen probably is that after they fight a third time, Canelo will probably fight the Japanese guy Ryo Murata if Triple G doesn't fight that guy. Canelo will probably fight him next. And then after Canelo fights him, I would not be surprised if Canelo retires. It would not surprise me at all. That would not be a surprise to me if he just goes ahead and hang up the gloves, because you got to look at it like this. I mean, the guy has a big audience, you know. I'm not saying that he was as like Hollywood as Floyd Mayweather. No, I'm not saying that. But he has a big enough audience where no matter who he fights, he's going to make a pretty penny. And in making a pretty penny, you know, he may be thinking that, you know, the easier I have it, then the easier it would be for me to just retire and just hang it up, you know. And I also wanted to say too, this is another point I want to make too. Abel Sanchez is like one of the most double standard people that you can ever hear. When Charlo was Triple G's mandatory, Abel Sanchez was like, well, you know, that fight wouldn't be good for boxing, this, that, and the other. The Monterosian fight is the better fight for boxing. So we're going to go that route. When asked about a potential Canelo Jermall Charlo fight in the matchup, he said, well, I don't really care. You know, it doesn't really bother me. I'm just concerned with my fighter. You know, that's what he said. But then he said that I just want to see the best fight the best. I just want to see the best fights. That's what he said. Now, if you want to see the best fights, why didn't Triple G fight Devonchenko? Or why didn't Triple G fight Charlo when the drug thing was going on? I mean, let's just say the Canelo fight wasn't going to happen. Let's just say that, you know, let's just say that the fight was too far gone for it to be revived. Why did you choose a guy who hasn't been fighting for 2 years and moved up and it's not even a 160 pounder truly for your guy to fight if you wanted to see the best fights? You know, with all the particulars of boxing, all I'm going to say is that Jermall Charlo, from what I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is what I hear in the grapevine, that a fight with Willie Monroe is in the works. I mean, no disrespect to Willie Monroe, but nobody really wants to. I mean, at least I don't want to see a Willie Monroe Charlo fight. Okay. I want to see Charlo tested against a real live one. And and I'm not saying that Willie Monroe is not skillful or anything like that, but Willie Monroe only has one gear. So it, like, basically watching, for me personally, watching every round of his would be like just watching the previous round all over again. So that fight I'm not looking forward to, if they are making that fight. What I think Jermall Charlo should do is, after, if this fight does come to pass, he should take the winner of either the winner of Jacobs and Deverchenko, or the winner of Saunders and Andre, because I don't see him getting a Canelo fight, man. I don't really see that happening at all, you know. And those two opponents would be good. Would be a good fight for him. You know, he'll be able to actually, you know, have a step up, you know. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say right now. Let me know what you think Jermall Charlo should do. And let me know in the comments if you think that Jermall Charlo will get a shot at Canelo. Jara.